Good Tuesday morning, everybody. This is Steve Monday, Chief Forecaster for Rowan County Weather. I'm going to take a look at the forecast in just a moment and let you know what to expect in terms of the wintry mix that is likely heading our way during the overnight hours. First of all, I wanted to apologize about yesterday's video. Unfortunately, missing those model during my video switches, the model screens. We'll make sure we get those in today. There have been some changes in the models, and it's been more favorable to a cold, wet rain versus ice. So I don't think we're going to see a lot of ice accumulation here, but I still think the Cleveland area is the area to watch out for in terms of maybe seeing some ice accumulation. Let's go ahead and bring up everything right now. We'll start off first of all with the fact that we do have a winter weather advisory in effect. It'll go into effect at midnight tonight and will be in effect for all of Rowan County until 12 noon tomorrow. And that's for all these areas that you see highlighted in green here. So for all these areas right through here that will be in the winter weather advisory in Rowan County is right there. So, and you notice it says issued at 4:35 a.m. That's when the Weather Service sent out the alert saying that they were going to be issuing the winter weather advisory. It actually will not start until midnight tonight because that's when conditions become favorable. So don't put too much stock into the fact that you see that on the screen that it says issued at 4:35 a.m. because we are not technically under that advisory until later this evening at midnight tonight, actually. And then the areas in purple here, these are for winter storm warnings. So this is, up toward Boone, Jefferson, places like that as you head into southern Virginia, southwest Virginia. So those folks will see snow out of this event and a decent enough amount to warrant the winter weather advisory up there. So let's go ahead and turn all these advisories off now and get you up to date on where we are in terms of the radar itself and all that. We'll back everything out. So the radar is on. We'll see if you see anything anywhere close to us at this point. And as you can see, there's some snow. This is really part of our line we're watching here. What it's going to do, though, is it's going to pull moisture in from the south as it moves along. It'll pull moisture in from the Gulf and start to pull moisture in from that area. But this is what we're looking for. It'll continue to move east today through the country, and as it gets closer, it'll start to snag that moisture in to give us the cold air, or excuse me, the chance for the wintry mix. We'll turn the current temperatures on real quick now so you can get an idea of what we're looking at as we get back in closer to home. And we're looking at 28 degrees in Salisbury right now, upper 20s to low 30s, depending on where you are around the county. Pretty much everybody in agreement, the fact that we're all pretty much in the 20s and 30s as you head from, I don't know, let's say Salisbury west, but then as you go, toward the east, things start to get into the 30s and start to climb up, obviously, naturally as they head toward the coast. So we'll turn off all this information now. And I'll show you one more thing real quick before we head over to the models. So this is, and we'll get back in closer to home here. So you can see Cleveland, Salisbury, China Grove, Rockwell on the map. So this will show us basically the expected amount or chances of someone seeing some ice accumulation. And as you can see, this has been fluctuating over the last couple of days, but the one constant has been the fact that it has continued to stay right in this Cleveland area, right in this northwest corner of the county. So I do think that area, as I've said for a few days now, is going to be the area that could see some accumulation of icing. I'd say if we had to put a number on anywhere from a glaze to 1/10 of an inch is likely. As you head north and northwest of there, like I said, heading toward Boone and Jefferson, those areas, after you get out of the county, they're looking at the chance of 1/4 of an inch of ice accumulation. And so that's why they're under that winter storm warning, and we're just under the advisory, because the advisory means we've got conditions are likely that you could see some wintry precipitation with some light accumulation. The warning is when winter conditions are expected, and you will see some accumulation. So, we'll continue to keep an eye on that. Now, let's go ahead and make sure that we switch over this time so we can show you the model data. And there we go. I know that I've got it switched over now. I'm going to move a few things around. We're going to go through a couple of different models here because they're all showing some consistency in the fact that we will see some wintry precipitation in terms of sleet, rain, freezing rain and maybe some wet snow, but I wouldn't get too excited about the chance that you're going to see snow. We'll start off with the NAM 3 here, and these are all going to start at 1 a.m. in the morning. So this is 1 a.m., and there you see a little bit of rain moving into the southwest corner of the county near Enochville, China Grove, places like that. And we'll now go, this takes us to 4 a.m. as this model, excuse me, this is 2 a.m. This model goes in 1 hour increments. So still some isolated pockets of precipitation coming through. 3 a.m. You see now we've got a little bit more widespread shower activity, but still all rain at this point, still just a cold rain. By 4 a.m., everything's still pretty much isolated. You start to see some frozen precipitation moving in west of the county over toward Catawba County, places like that. This is now going on 5 a.m. and we're looking at a little bit now right along that western border of the county, you know, right here, basically up through Cleveland, places like that, just west of Cleveland. So all that pink right there is indicating the fact that that could be a mix of sleet, freezing rain, maybe some rain and some wet snowflakes maybe mixed in there as well. And again, that's at 5 a.m. We'll now take it to 6 a.m. and you see a little bit more mixing in through other parts of the county. By 7 a.m., you see a little bit going on in between, like East Spencer, places like that. Everything's still very isolated though. Now, when we get to, this is now 8 a.m., and you can see that there is a bigger chunk of the county, pretty much everybody west of I-85. So just west of Salisbury, Cleveland, China Grove's probably seen a little bit of it, Enochville, places like that, starting to see a mix of, you know, some frozen precipitation there. Could be a little more intense at that point. Again, not looking for anything in terms of accumulation, because the problem is going to be the ground temps are going to be a little bit warmer than they need to be for ice to really accumulate, and that's going to cause the heat to be able to stay in. And so what happens is you get freezing rain or sleet or whatever, it hits the ground and it needs to release that heat, but unfortunately it's not going to be able to. And so it's going to cause that heat to stay in and cause that precipitation to actually thaw pretty quickly after it hits the ground. You could see some elevated surfaces, you know, like porches, decks, things like that, bridges that could have some, you know, some icing on it, but anything right along the ground is pretty much going to stay just wet. All right, so now we're going to, this is 9 a.m. See a fair amount of frozen precipitation falling around the county now, as far east as Rockwell at this point. So some areas east of 85 seeing it. It's now 10 a.m. That warm nose of air starting to bump its way back in. So you see where we've got rain for the most part, cold rain around, I'd say, again, areas of east of I-85, areas west of I-85 and Salisbury. Still seeing some frozen precipitation. Cleveland this whole time has been in that frozen area, so that's why I keep sticking to the fact that they will likely see some accumulation there. And then this is going on 11 a.m., and we see everything is pretty much transitioned over to all rain. There could be a few little pockets of sleet or freezing rain in there, but for the most part, it's going to transition over to a cold rain at that point, and then essentially just be cold rain through most of the afternoon before finally tapering off. This is going on this is now 4 p.m., 5 p.m., 6 p.m. tomorrow night, 7 p.m. Everything's pretty much done. So let's back this back up to 1 a.m. I know we're going through a lot here, but I want you to see the difference here. So you did see some icing in that model. Now we're going to go to the GFS model. This is also starting again at 1 a.m. So here we go, 2 a.m. You see some rain moving in. This is now, oh, I'm sorry, this one jumps in 4 hour or 3 hour increments. So this is 1 a.m. This is 4 a.m. You see rain moving in. 7 a.m. all rain. Now, if you remember with the NAM model, it was showing some icing actually happening along the Cleveland area by this point. This is now 10 a.m., 11, or I'm sorry, that's 1, now 4 and 7. So the GFS essentially showing it's going to be a cold rain all the way through. So there you see some nuances in the models there. So now we'll go to the HRR, which is a rapid refresh model, and this is the HRRN. And let's back this back up again to 1 a.m. so you can get an idea All right, so this is 1 a.m. There you see a little bit of mixing going on in the Rockwell area. So a little bit different. This time it's starting off a little bit east of 85. Now by 2 a.m., we got just mainly a cold rain around the county. 3 a.m., still a cold rain. We're going on 4 a.m. now, still a cold rain. 5 a.m., still a cold rain. 6 a.m., still cold. By 7 a.m. now, we start to see that mix of frozen precipitation moving back in right along this western side of the county, and again Cleveland right in that fireball there, so to speak, or in that bullseye, so to speak, of getting it going on there. And again, this is at 7 a.m. So now we'll take it to 8. You see more areas in the county starting to see it. By 9, again starting to expand back out. By 10, you start to see rain really take over again, with a few little areas of maybe some sleet or something mixing in. By 11, it's all rain. So, and then it goes into, basically through the afternoon again. So we'll back this back up to 1 a.m. again, and we'll go to our next model. And this is our last one. This is the HR, and this is the A model, which is just a different one. It's a little variance of it, but it's another rapid refresh model. And again, this starts at 1 a.m. and you see right along the northern part of the county there, a little bit of pink there where some sleet or something could be falling. We now go to 2, and you see again that Cleveland area once again right in there. We'll draw another little circle here for you. So here's Cleveland. So that's why I'm sticking with the fact that there's probably going to be some accumulation up in that Cleveland area, because consistently in the majority of these models, it's been around the Cleveland area in that northwest corner of the county the entire for almost every single run, with the exception of the GFS model that you saw earlier, which showed just a cold rain. So this is now 2 a.m. No, I'm sorry, 3 a.m. It's now 4 a.m., 5 a.m. And again, look, it's a little bit more widespread in terms of the amount of frozen precipitation we see falling around the county. 6, 7, 8, you see it just kind of hanging around Cleveland. 9, still kind of hanging around that Cleveland area. 10 a.m., still kind of hanging around that Cleveland area. 11, still kind of hanging around the Cleveland area. By 12, we're probably looking at a little bit of freezing rain still hanging around that Cleveland area. And then by 1 p.m., we start to move out and clear up again. So again, I know that was a lot to go through, but I wanted you to be able to see the different nuances and what was going on with the model data there. And now let's go ahead and talk about weather impacts for today. So we'll see, let me start with, first of all, the fact that this is sponsored by Patterson Farms Incorporated. The greenhouse is open until December 23rd, so got a little over a week here left to be able to get out there and get any kind of poinsettias or any other type of plant you like to decorate your home with during the holiday season. And they also have some fundraising going on as well. You can get details on that by heading over to the Rowan County Weather website. At the top of the homepage, you'll see this exact same banner that you see at the bottom of the screen here. It'll be at the top of the homepage, and you can just click on that banner and it'll take you directly over to the Patterson Farm website, and they've got all the details there. All right, so now the weather impacts. Sunny and cold during the day today. Winds will be out of the northeast at around 5 to 10 miles an hour, so much calmer than it was yesterday at this as we went through the day. We'll see mostly cloudy skies this evening with a wintry mix of precipitation possible after 2 a.m. And again, it's likely we're going to see it. That's not the issue. It's more of if anybody actually gets any accumulation out of it. Again, I think it's going to be very limited to the fact that it's going to be right in that northwest corner of the county, Cleveland and all that. So we'll continue to keep an eye on that as we go through the day, and I'll have several updates today for you. The 5-day forecast sponsored by SA Sloop Heating and Cooling, built on integrity. Give them a call, 704-857-5684. Visit them on their website, www.sasloop.com. Mention you saw they sponsor the forecast on Rowan County Weather. They'll give you $25 off your first time service call. We'll see sunny skies today, high of 47 degrees. Increasing cloudiness as we move through the afternoon as that front gets closer to us. We'll see a low of 32. On Wednesday, again, that wintry mix moving in during the overnight hours. We'll see a 100% chance of precipitation. I want to be clear on that. It doesn't mean it's a 100% chance of a wintry mix. It means we will see a 100% chance that something will fall from the sky. It could be a cold rain. It could be a mix at times. It's going to depend on that warm air moving in and out of the county as we go through the day during the day on Wednesday. We'll see a high of only 38 degrees, low of 30 with some isolated showers as we move through the afternoon and maybe into the early evening hours, but we will dry out as we get to the evening hours. On Thursday, we'll see partly sunny skies, high of 46 with a low of 29, and mostly cloudy skies Thursday evening. On Friday, we'll see sunny skies, high of 47 with a low of 27 under mostly clear skies Friday evening. And then on Saturday, we'll see partly sunny skies, high of 49 with a low of 32 under mostly cloudy skies Saturday evening. Remember to visit our friends at Your ON as we go through this holiday season. They've got all the details on all the events coming up over the next couple of weeks as we close out the holiday season of 2020 and begin to start 2021. You can visit them by heading over to the Rowan County Weather website at rowancountyweather.com and head over to the forecast page. And as you do that, you'll see the Visit Local graphic on the right-hand side of that page. Click on it. It'll take you over to the Your ON website where you can get all the details. You can visit us on Rowan County Weather anytime. Again, rowancountyweather.com. We've got all the weather information there you need to know about any kind of events going on around the county, things like that. You can also follow us on social media by following and liking us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And if you know someone who doesn't utilize the internet or social media, but they do have cable television, they can check us out on WSRG TV in Salisbury. That is available on Hotwire Channel 394 and Spectrum Channel 16, and we'll keep you updated there as well. Updates will continue to come throughout the day and into the evening, of course, as we watch for the chance of wintry precipitation moving in during the overnight hours, and we'll make sure that you're aware of anything that happens along the way. As always, thank you for following Rowan County Weather, and enjoy your Tuesday, everybody.